Tonight, it is a special Christmas edition of our nation's sports show. Join us tonight as we bring to you the latest breaking news in the NFL, the NBA, plus to celebrate the Christmas holiday. We bring to you our top 10 Christmas movies and TV specials, and so much more. Our nation's sports show is next. The following is a feature presentation of our nation's sports show. Tonight, on a nation's sports show, we recap the most wild full weekend of action in this year's NFL season. Tonight, we break down Week 16. In Week 16, there were some incredible games that were played over the weekend. Clutch plays were made. Playoff spots were clinched.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Some teams are on the doorstep of clinching their divisions. Some teams are still fighting for their playoff lives. Only a couple of spots remain open in both the NFC and the AFC conferences respectively. You know the golden rule.
Don't get eliminated!
Tonight, we also bring to you our Week 17 prediction battles. And so much more. It's showtime.
Good up to the court, talking all that is sport, breaking down the latest news, scores, and more. Welcome to our Nation Sports Show.
Oh shit, here we go, guys. Happy Tuesday, everybody, or shall we say on the date of this recording, happy Monday. Yes, this is not a live show this week. This is a recording of this show, unfortunately, because of the Christmas holiday this week. We decided to give ourselves a little extra day off here. But we still love you guys, and we're still here to give you some sports for you guys, and entertain you as well. Hope all y'all are having a great day. It is time for our Nation Sports Show. I am Meza Vickery, and we thank you guys for joining us. We got a loaded show for you today. Crazy week of NFL action to get into, which, by the way, as of the time of this show, is still going on. Because as this show is being recorded later tonight, the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts will play on Monday Night Football. So, just as a precursor for our prediction battle today, not all of our predictions will be in there except for this one game. So, but the standings will be updated for next week's show. And we'll have those updated standings for you on the show when Joey is able to give them to us. But for right now, man, we got a loaded show to get to. We got a lot of NFL action to get into. We got NBA, a little bit of everything. But we also got our top 10 Christmas specials and movies, which I can't wait to get into as well. It was a very hard list to do. A lot of things I had to think of. And I will include 2 honorable mentions. Why? Because I am the host of the show and I made the rules. So fuck everybody else who thinks so. We are, and it's going to be a fun show today. Trust me on this. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a lot of laughs. I had a lot of laughs in that intro, both with the playoffs line and, of course, don't get eliminated from Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. Which, by the way, if you have not checked out that show before, look it up on YouTube, find the DVDs. You will absolutely love it. MXC. It was a fun TV show back on Spike TV back in the day. Check it out if you get the opportunity. And let's get to the ways you can interact with us, and that is of course at Owen_Sports Show on the YouTube, and then everywhere else is Our Nation Sports Show. Facebook, Instagram, uh, LinkedIn, Carrier Pigeon, Smoke Signal, whatever you want to find us at, you can find us there. Cave drawings, same ones that Elder made over 250 million years ago. So that's the ways you can interact with us. Let's get into it, man. We got a long show to get to, and we want to get it done today on this recording day because Monday Night Raw starts in a little while. But we're gonna get you going here with my heavy metal brother from North Kakalaki. This guy right here is the ultimate professional when it comes to these intros. But he's not the ultimate professional with pick segments, because Lord, he sucks worse than a human vacuum cleaner, as John Cena would say. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Big Stevie Wyand. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good, pick wise, in ways you're right, and ways you're wrong, and ways you're right, because there has been times this year, where we have been sucking so bad.
Oh yeah.
This week, nah, not bad. It could have been better, but uh, we'll take it. Yeah, and it's very interesting because as of this recording, all of our picks will not be in except for this Niners and Colts game. That is later on Monday Night Football. And we are here to talk about Week 16. What a crazy week in the NFL, full of crazy games. The playoffs are set in stone pretty much for a lot of these teams, have punched their tickets into the postseason. So notable injuries went down. Also, on Friday night, you had the fight between AJ and Jake Paul that took place in Miami. And speaking of Miami, the college football playoffs happened. The
Oh
first
yeah.
round happened over the weekend. Um, Lots of stuff going on. And with that being said, let's get this on the road.
And let's go ahead and start off with the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight. A lot of people, obviously were like me, were very much against this fight, only because some of us believe that these fights are truly fixed and that these fighters are not putting in their all, or if they are, they're retired old MMA fighters or boxers, and you know, there's money involved and politics involved and this
No,
and
yeah.
that. And to me, I feel like all these fights are fixed. Last night or the other night was the perfect fight where it felt like that there was some sort of realism to it.
Yeah.
And got to give a lot of credit to Anthony Joshua for being who he is. He's a three-time champion in three different parts of the boxing world: WBA, I believe, WBC, and WBO, where he's a champion in both, or all three.
Three credible.
Three credible areas, and he is one of the standard bearers of this.
And now he can add 27th win by knockout.
Yep, and not only that, he broke Jake Paul's jaw in two different places.
Yep.
And now Jake Paul will have to drink fluids for the next 7 days, which sucks for him. And obviously don't want obviously as much as we don't like him and his brother's people, it's part of the sport. Wish him the best, but it was a
I
decent.
mean, it was a decent fight.
I know Mar Ronaldo had some comments about the way that Jake Paul was fighting in the first part of it, dancing around, not really keeping him at bay and not really doing much. I know Mara was tired of that and said, "This is not boxing." And we know Morrow can be sometimes very vocal.
I got to give him credit, for being as vocal as he was, because I mean, he's a very straight up honest guy, and he's not going to hold no punches against anybody, and got to give him credit because that is not boxing. Like if you're going to be in the ring with your opponent, you got to be strategic on how you fight. There ain't no dancing around. This is supposed to be a fight. You're in there fighting your fellow comrade, and you fight to see who the better fighter is that night. I mean, think about it. All the great boxing, events that have happened over the years. whether it be Frazier and Ali, or Ali and Foreman, or even Tyson and Holyfield in their first fight. And then
Yeah,
you had Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson. I mean,
Pacquiao Mayweather.
sure. I mean, like, or hell, De La Hoya and Mayweather. I mean, just, straight up legitimate fights. And there's so much, or, Roy Jones Jr. back in the day with his great fights. Um, or Hagler, back in the day. I mean, you could go down the list of boxing events that have happened over the years. Those were legit fights. They trained, they busted their asses to get prepared for that fight. It almost seems like now boxing is trying to be entertaining instead of being a legit sport. In MMA, there's no entertaining. It's very strategic on how you prepare for a fight, on how you study your opponent. It's not like boxing. Boxing, for years has lost its credibility because of the fights that they've had over the years and the controversy that has happened over the years. I mean, it's just like, and boxing is just one of those sports that we're not going to take serious really anymore, in my opinion. Because how can you not take it serious?
It's become that way, and even in MMA to a degree. There's maybe a lot of the characters, and I don't want to get into a discussion about politics, but a lot of it is a political agenda. A lot of it is, these guys, doing whatever they do to do whatever. But and it's gotten to that point. And I think boxing, especially with these boxing and MMA both, they take a lot from the one thing that these people used to despise the most: professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the entertainment aspect, without people can say what they want about MMA, that's a real fight, a real sport. Without WWE, there's no Tito Ortiz. Without WWE, there is no Ken Shamrock. Without WWE, there is no Conor McGregor character.
Without WWE, there's no
No
Chael Sonnen.
There's no Colby Covington being a heel coming out to Kurt Angle's theme song Metal.
Yeah, there's no Chael
So,
Sonnen who could talk trash with the best of them.
and it's because of pro wrestling. But to me, sometimes they focus too much on the entertainment and not enough on the skill and the fight. We see that in MMA, we see that in boxing, and it's all about how much money can you generate on a super fight, or how much money can you generate on big colorful characters. But the problem is these colorful characters also sometimes are not the best fighters on the planet Earth. Back then you had guys who were, like a Gary Goodrich, Hoist Gracie. I'll even throw in Matt Hughes, Rich Franklin, who had nothing flashy to them, had nothing to them except their fists, their legs, their wrestling and submission background. And that's all they needed. Matt Hughes, all he needed was that high level wrestling. All Rich Franklin needed was his strikes and his ability to scramble. I'll give you another one. Freaking another guy who was like that too, and that was Alistair Overeem. Alistair Overeem didn't have a flashy haircut, big entrance, big entourage. What he came in there, 266 pounds, came in there and beat the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Hell, you know what? Even as much of a WWE superstar as he is, Brock Lesnar. What did Brock?
Hell yeah!
Brock came out to enter Sandman. He came out there, stepped in that cage. No flashy lights, entrances, none of that shit. He came out in his death clutch gear, took his shit off, and he was ready to rock. And I think that's what's missing is the more serious aspect of of MMA and boxing in general. But that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother time. Jake Paul and this, I'm glad this fight has finally came and it's passed. Now Jake Paul's gonna be out for a little bit, so maybe we can move on to some more serious fights that are not just about getting Netflix subscriptions and pay-per-view buys. Hopefully, we can get some actual big battles like we had with Canelo Alvarez and a recently retired Terrence Crawford.
That was a great fight. That was an actual legitimate fight that lived up to the hype.
Yep. I agree. But that was a good fight. Congratulations to Anthony Joshua, 27th KO in his career.
And maybe this will humble Jake Paul. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it'll humble either him or Logan.
Logan
But
especially.
yeah, no. But we got a lot to get into on other realms of the spectrum here. I kind of want to save. Well, we got to get into the college football playoffs because we gotta. That CPF bracket is looking really good now. Um, Miami took care of business. By took care of business, it was a 10-3 score.
This was a weird game. I mean, the wind conditions were so bad in this game, up to 15 to 60 miles per hour the wind was blowing, making it so difficult for field goal kickers to kick. I mean, Miami missed like upwards to 3 kicks in this game. They should have been up more points than they won, but the offenses could not generate hardly anything.
Nope, absolutely. And then it was just a bad showing. And then Alabama was able to squeak out a win against the Oklahoma Sooners. And as Joey mentioned on the show last week, he was concerned about that Oklahoma defense, but they were somehow, after a slow start, were able to come back and get themselves a huge win over, a team with a high ranking, powerful defense. So,
Yeah, and Oklahoma was up 17 to nothing in that first half. And Bama just slowly but surely chipped away and they got the lead. And then they pretty much dominated the rest of the way. And real quick as well, Notre Dame players, fans, what have you, to steal the great phrase from Chris Jericho, would you please shut the hell up? Because on social media, poking the bear, saying that, oh, we should have been in there. Bama shouldn't have been there as a ninth seed. And look what happened. I'm telling you, that is the one thing you do not do in sports, and that's piss off the opposing team, even if you're sitting from home and talking shit, on social media. Because I bet you there was somebody in their players' ears going, hey, Notre Dame's, talking trash about you. Oh, yeah? Fuck them. And then, boom, they took the pedal to the metal on Oklahoma pretty much the rest of the way. And saying that, Bama didn't deserve where they're at. They didn't deserve to be there, and all this sort of stuff.
yeah.
Man, I mean, come on, man. I mean, have a little more class, more dignity, more respect, for a team. And I know Bama gets a bad rap because they've dominated this sport, for a long time when Sabian was there. But my goodness gracious, have some respect.
And then we move on to Oregon taking care of James Madison U in impressive fashion as Oregon only does.
Mm-hmm.
That high-powered offense of Oregon, man, they got some of the best receivers and running backs in the entire college football world.
Yeah, and unfortunately, these late college games were not going to survive the night because they were up against the Chicago and Green Bay game.
Which we're going to get into in a little while, and I can't wait to get into it.
Yes, it's going to be fabulous.
In
But yeah, that is the one thing with these college playoffs that is very frustrating is that it, again, like last year when this started last year, just like with this year, the first round not so great, a lot of blowouts, but the second round on upwards should be very interesting.
and we're going to get into those bowl games that are going to be very, very much going to set up for the semifinals in just a second. And then finally, we had Ole Miss taking care of business against Tulane, and that was a pretty good game. Um, but now the semifinals are set, and we got with us in the Rose Bowl, Alabama moves on to take on the number one ranked Indiana Hoosiers,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm excited for that one. Go Hoosiers! Sorry, Joey. Um,
Texas Tech will play
Oregon.
Oregon. Oregon, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna play Oregon in the Orange Bowl.
And Ole Miss plays Georgia.
Ole Miss plays Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, and in the Cotton Bowl will be Miami and Ohio State.
Ooh, that should be interesting.
I'm liking that Miami Ohio State game, and of course Alabama Indiana. That's gonna be good. Um, and those matchups, of course, will lead to the semifinals, and we'll be keeping an eye on those. And next week, hopefully, we'll have some news for you when
And
it
some
comes to
better
college.
games.
Yeah, for those games, we'll see what happens. Um, let me check for any major MLB news from this week because I think,
The Mets
oh,
made another move.
yes, they did. I'm trying to remember who.
Oh,
like,
uh, what's
like
his name? Is it
Brandon Nemo. Brandon
Nemo
Nemo.
and Mickles, right?
I think so.
He got traded. Where did he go? Oh, to the Athletics.
Yep. And then also, Wilson Contreras was on the move too.
Yep.
Get where he signed up right now. But I think one of the biggest surprises was the White Sox
Mm-hmm.
signing Munetaka Murakami, who is the home run hitting champion in Japan right now.
Man, and these Japanese, talents coming through him, of course, and Shohei Ohtani with the Dodgers. I mean, just this is kind of reminding me of the NBA from years ago when you had all these international players, from France and Argentina, and coming out in Spain, coming out and playing. I mean, the great Tony Parker and Monta Ginobili and Pau Gasol, and any of those great players internationally, bringing the international flavor, to the National Basketball Association, just like in the world of baseball. Now you're starting to see these pitchers, these hitters, shortstops, third basemen, first basemen, coming into the league and really, becoming, stars from their country of Japan.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, Wilson Contreras went to the Red Sox. So just wanted to add that little nugget there. Forgot about that he was traded to the White Sox or to the Red Sox, former Chicago Cub, of course, and former member of the St. Louis Cardinals. So I think it's really it on any Major League Baseball news. So um let's go ahead and move on to the NFL. And where do I begin? I mean, well, let's get
Week
into the breaking
16
news that let's
was
get into the breaking
bonkers.
let's get into the breaking news that happened today. And today was a big deal because today the Kansas City Chiefs announced that in 2031 they will be moving to the state of Kansas as part of a deal with the state and their sports authority slash sports division thing. 2031, a new stadium will be built. They will be leaving Field at Anaheim or at
Arrowhead, yeah.
Arrowhead Stadium, and they will be relocating to the state of Kansas.
This is a very interesting move because I recall a year and a half ago on this very show, myself and you and Hijacker and several of his buddies at the time when the Oakland Athletics were still in Oakland, and they came on and they were voicing their frustrations with the whole organization of Dave Cavill and and all of the corruption down there, with the athletics and all that sort of stuff. And we were talking about there was, rumors floating around that the Chiefs were going to be moving to a new stadium. Well, that prophecy has been fulfilled. And now the Chiefs will be playing in a brand new dome come 2031.
Yep, it'll be a dome stadium. It'll open up 2031, like you said. Like I said, the president and the general manager of the Chiefs met today in an LCC meeting. Everything went well, and they were approved of the move and the new stadium being built. So 2031, they're going to be relocating, and obviously the question is, will they be called the Kansas Chiefs? Will they be called the Topeka Chiefs? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they're named. I think they'll still be called the Kansas Chiefs. I think that makes the most sense, keeping that Kansas namesake in it, but we'll see what happens. It's a
It's
long
going to be interesting because they've called Kansas City, Missouri their home since 1972. You know,
1960
and
1963.
yeah, they've been in that, and they've been in that town since '63. You know, and at first they were the Dallas Texans. How ironic is that? That, you know, they were the first team to be called Texans, and then obviously years later the Houston took that moniker of the Texans. So yeah, and not only that, but this Chiefs organization is about to experience, I think, some significant changes come the offseason because we know the injury to Mahomes. He's going to be out for a little while. The question's going to be on everybody's minds, and we're going to talk about it as the offseason goes on. Will he play when the season starts? And also begs the question, will Andy Reid be returning to the team as coach? Because in my opinion, I don't see Andy Reid coaching very longer. I mean, what more does the man have left to prove? He's won multiple Super Bowls. He's been one of the best coaches in the NFL for a long time. And Travis Kelsey, I think he's retiring. I think
Yeah,
he's re- I think he's done.
yeah, I think he is too. I think he's gonna hang it up and call it a career. He's had what, 13 seasons in the NFL?
Yep.
13 seasons. And it makes sense. I mean, he's getting ready to get married. He's, married, not only that, but he's also marrying one of the richest women on the planet in Taylor Swift, one of the most talented women on the planet. And it makes sense that he would retire and hang it up because he could become a sports analyst. He could become all that, and he don't have
Oh,
to put
he
on
would kill it as an
he,
analyst.
he would have to put on the pads anymore. He wouldn't have to go risk injury and all that stuff and still be able to make a living. Not only that, his like I said, his future wife is, probably the biggest moneymaker in music right now, outside of Sabrina Carpenter, Morgan Wallen, Tate McRae,
She is the music industry, whether you like it or not. Taylor Swift is the music business.
yeah, and not saying it's about the money, but I mean the man doesn't have to work a game in his life.
Exactly.
But and what's also interesting, and we're going to talk about this obviously, is now the Chiefs have signed quarterback Shane Buechele off of the Bills practice squad because it was announced today that Gardner Minshew has a fracture, a small type of fracture in his fibula, and
And luckily for him, not a torn ACL.
he's only going to miss a few games, but it doesn't matter at this point because the Chiefs are eliminated. Once the next two games are up, their season is done. But they're signing this kid, Shane Buechele, off of he spent the 2021 and 22 seasons with the Chiefs. He needs to pass physical, but he is on his way to Kansas City now to join the team and get ready for this weekend. Because Gardner Minshew is not going to be able to play.
Yeah.
Um, One other breaking news that happened earlier today, and that is that DK Metcalf has been suspended 2 games
Wow.
for the altercation that he had with a fan that he previously got into an altercation for in Detroit in that game against the Lions last night.
Wow.
He took a swipe at the fan, and because he already had a situation before, they decided to suspend him the final regular season games, which is gonna without pay, which is gonna cost him over $500,000.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, and he is appealing the suspension, but NFL is calling it conduct detrimental to the NFL for initiating a physical confrontation with a fan during Sunday's game against the Detroit Lions. And we're going to get into that game as a whole in a little bit, but I do want to get through some of these major news reports real quick because I want us to get through the games. Obviously, we're going to mention some of this stuff again as a quick note, but I don't want to get deep into details when we don't have a lot of time to work with today. Because not only do we have the pick segment, but we also got to still do our top 10
Yep.
specials and movies for Christmas, and I want to make sure we get that in before the show's over. So, I mean, in other news, Fitzpatrick from the Packers has a torn Achilles. He is done for the year,
Yep.
making him the second Packer tight end this year to have suffered a season-ending injury, along with Tucker Kraft. Um, Jordan Love is currently in concussion protocol after the game in Chicago, after he took a hit when he lowered his helmet.
Also, Lamar Jackson is day to day with the severe contusion to his back.
Yep, and Malik Willis, the backup for Jordan Love, has a shoulder injury.
Mm.
So if they can't play, more than likely the quarterback for that team, believe it or not, will be the running back, Josh Jacobs.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, JT Joey Thornton.
A man who has no picture.
Yeah, for some reason, it looks like my cameras want to act up a little bit.
Well, for now, he put his picture away, so there's that.
Did you really just
Yeah.
pull a Kid Rock reference?
Yes, I did.
Just stop. Just stop. I'm thirsty, brother. What the? I don't even know what to do with you. I got a couple ideas, but I won't mention them on the show because it'll probably get me kicked off. But, hey, what's going on?
What's up? What's up, Joey?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Well, you could always be like Jerry Jones and just do absolutely nothing.
No,
Oh. Speaking of Jerry Jones, when we get to that, I want to talk about that. Because today he made an ass out of himself.
When doesn't he? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, what have I missed up to this point?
You missed Goldberg debuting on AEW. Oh wait, wrong group. Wrong
Funny.
wrong
I figured you
group.
were going to say John Cena debuting AEW.
I was going to go with the Goldberg thing. It's a running joke in our Zoom group. So
you missed Triple H getting fired.
Yeah, that's believable.
Yeah, that's believable.
No,
Bullshit.
Joey.
Bullshit.
We just wrapped up some talk about the college football playoff bracket. We talked about.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, despite a slow start from Bama, I'll give you some time for your thoughts. I mean, they were able to pull it out against that, like you said, that strong Oklahoma defense.
I mean, what can I say? I mean, sometimes it depends on the type of defense you put out there on the field. Because, I mean, obviously I couldn't watch the whole game because had some other things to do. But
Yeah.
whenever we were first going out there, we were doing mostly man and zone type defenses. And John Mateer, the Oklahoma quarterback, has had a bunch of success running offenses against man and zone packages. So Kane Womack decided with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter and us already trailing 17-0 that he decided he wanted to try to do some blitzing for a change. So we went out and tried to blitz, and we pretty much played in blitz pretty much the rest of the game. And as you can tell, Mateer struggled because some quarterbacks do not do well against the blitz like they do in man and zone coverages. And some quarterbacks tend to be more successful, vice versa, which is kind of rare to find in today's football world. But hey, we knew what we had to do going into the game. Yes, we had a slow start, but the fact that we were able to rebound and quickly score 17 points before the half to tie it up and then come out in the second quarter looking like a brand new squad. I mean, hey, we got We got Oklahoma out the way, so bring on Indiana in 2 weeks to see what Mr. Heisman Fernando Mendoza can do against the SEC defense.
And I'm excited for that. That's going to be a very awesome matchup to watch.
Oh,
Um,
big time! I'm gonna be sitting front and center, 4 o'clock New Year's Day on ESPN.
I'll be doing
Check
this.
it, check your local listings.
I'll be doing the same thing, brother. Don't worry.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
We also just covered a few moves in Major League Baseball. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I mean, Wilson Contreras getting traded from the Cardinals to the Red Sox.
Yeah,
Uh,
did you do that piece about on your White Sox getting that Japanese home run hitter?
yeah,
Yes.
I briefly discussed it. I'd say it's going to be awesome to have him on the team, and we've needed a slugger like that for a long, long time. Somebody.
I mean, the guy knows how to hit home runs. I mean, he hit 256 home runs in over 8 years in the Japanese baseball league.
Yeah, and that's exciting for me as a fan. You know, we've been needing, like I said, somebody a power hitter like that for a long, long time because we used to have that in guys like Juan Uribe and guys like Paul Konerko.
How about
But
to say Paul Konerko is one name that quickly comes to mind for Chicago White Sox.
oh,
Yep.
definitely, yeah, Paul, yeah, for sure. And I think to me, I think this is a big step forward for the Sox. Obviously, bottom of the division, close to it for many, many years. And I think this is the one of the pieces that we need to kind of really get ourselves back in a position of some prominence. I'm hoping, and I don't have a lot of hope in Jerry Reinsdorf because he's done a lot of damage to the White Sox over the years. I hope and I pray that they can get their stuff together and we can rebuild this team and really make some waves like the Bears did with Ben Johnson and the whole offensive line, which we're going to get into in just a few minutes. But um, we also there you go,
Hey, there's my picture.
there you go.
There's my picture. I guess my camera was turned off for some reason. But anyways, go ahead, Ezra.
Okay, no problem. We also covered a few news notes. We talked about the Kansas City Chiefs planning to move in 2031 with the Dome Stadium to Kansas. LLC meeting with the owner and the president today, and everything was approved. Um, and we
Hey,
talked.
I will say a bunch of teams are oh well, quite a few teams actually are going to be moving to newer stadiums. I mean, the announcement today for Kansas City, the possible rumors. Of course, I'm sure something's been confirmed for now regarding your Chicago Bears. And don't forget, my Washington Commanders will be moving back to RFK Stadium, or at least a newer version of RFK Stadium.
Yeah, and I kind of refraining from talking about the Bears stuff because right now I think the focus should be on the playoffs. It should be focusing on winning right now. I don't think the
Oh,
state
oh, I agree. I mean,
the stadium.
especially, I mean, y'all got Green Bay by what? I think it's a game and a half right now. So,
Yep.
Yeah, and we're going to discuss that in a few minutes. But to me, the other is nothing more than a distraction, and we don't need that right now. As fans, as with the players, with the coaching staff, they don't need that distraction. They just need to focus on the next game. And I feel like that Keith Warren should have held off until maybe we got into the playoffs or something, and then maybe said something about it. Doing it, especially in these last three critical games, I think was not a smart move. But that's just me. Um,
yeah.
and we
Yeah.
also talked about DK Metcalf getting suspended as well for 2 games for that issue with that fan that he's had a run-in with before, the Detroit Lions fan. Apparently, he took a swipe at him, and when he did, that's when the NFL dropped the hammer and told him you're suspended for 2 games without pay. And right now, he's appealing that suspension.
Boy, you didn't even.
And not only that, but when you think about what this situation is for, these teams, now we're in a critical juncture of the season where not a lot of these teams can afford to rest, because I mean, I know that if you have a playoff spot, wrapped up, like you don't want to sit too long because these teams that have a bye for the number one seed, they can afford to rest. These teams that are in the second seed to the seventh seed, you might as well play as much as you can because you don't want to be rusty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's go ahead and
You're not gonna eat
let's go ahead
it.
and get into
Push it back.
what we came here to get into. Let's get into the games from this past weekend.
And boy, there was a lot of games this week that were crazy.
And the funny thing is,
Yes.
and like we said earlier, as of the time of this recording, we still got one to go,
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy doing on a show, or crazy doing a pre-recorded show tonight. But I mean, when you got a big holiday like Christmas coming up, I mean, you got to make sure we spend as much time with friends and family as possible.
Amen. You're right. Let's start it
But
off.
speaking of crazy games, how about that crazy game on Thursday night? Wow.
Yes, sir. The Seahawks beating the Rams 38-37 in a close matchup.
In
Matthew
overtime,
Stafford
might I
had a
add.
hell of a game.
Yep, OT.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford had a hell of a game. Over 400 yards of passing. Just a great game by him. Puka Nakua had a great game. 225 yards.
And they did it all without Devontae Adams, who is out nursing a hamstring injury right now.
Yeah.
Yes, and don't forget on the other side of the ball, Kenneth Walker had him a monster game as well.
Boy, did he. Yes, he did.
Yeah, in Sam Darnold, bravo to him. I mean, he's come a long way, and he finally found the right team with him, and he's really rebuilt his career with this franchise. And 22, 34, 270, only 2 interceptions, 4 sacks, still decent quarterback rating of 84.19. But I mean, Kenneth Walker, 11 rushes for 100 yards and a touchdown. He had including a 55 yarder that was really really big for them. But Jay Smith and Jigba, man, that guy, eight receptions, 96 yards on 13 targets, including a touchdown. Big, big, big play from him today. And then Shaheed, man, Shaheed is another one. And then what about the hero of the game? One of the big heroes of the game, and that was Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
Had one
The
of the
ex Los
Yeah.
Angeles Ram.
Yeah, who had one of the biggest catches of the game. I mean, seriously, what a great game that was to kick off the week. And then you go to the first of the two Saturday night matchups, and you have the Eagles facing off against the Commanders. And to be honest, the Eagles did not start off as hot as they usually did, but
No,
man,
they did not.
they poured it on. Saquon Barkley had over 100 yards rushing,
About time.
and AJ Brown I think, had 100 yards catching.
Or right at 100.
Right out, I think he had like 90 something yards catching, and that's
90.
90,
5
95?
yards, I believe.
95, yeah.
yeah. Jalen Hurts only threw for 185 yards, but he had no interceptions, only 2 sacks. Saquon had 21 carries for 132 yards. And then Jalen Hurts ran 7 times for 40 himself. AJ Brown, like you said, 9 catches, 95 yards. Devontae Smith had a touchdown. Goddard got a touchdown. And Shipley, unfortunately, had a fumble lost, and
Yeah.
of course, Cooper DeJean was able to get an interception.
Yep.
And by the way, Cooper DeJean getting that interception, and then in the end zone, mimicking the one, the only, Never Seed 17, John Cena,
Yes.
by doing the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
The funny thing is, it comes off the rumors that he is apparently in a relationship with one Nikki Bella.
Oh.
Mind you, Nikki
Yeah,
Bella.
that's just rumors right now. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not.
If that is the case, maybe he could teach her to be a better performer.
No.
Oh, oh.
You look, you got a better chance of James Ellsworth winning a world heavyweight championship at WWE than you do Nikki Bella.
As you can tell,
Yeesh.
I'm being very sarcastic with that. She sucks.
Yeah,
if
but
I could be serious for a minute. No, go ahead.
yeah, well, I'm not being sarcastic with what I'm about to say. Basically, it's just something really quick. To two specific players on the Commanders team, Javon Kinlaw and Quan Martin. You see that over there? It's called the bench. Sit your ass on it, because you ain't starting no fights on the field.
Oh, and by the way, it was announced today that nobody is going to be facing suspensions.
What?
Wow.
Nobody will be facing suspensions. However, there will be hefty fines.
Good. Kinlaw and
Good.
Javon Kinlaw and Quan Martin deserve the most fines because they're the two idiots who started that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, that was
I mean,
great.
the Eagles were just trying to run a 2-point play. I mean, a 2-point conversion play. Big deal. It happens all the time.
You were losing the game anyways. What do you mad? They're running up the score? Belichick did that shit for years in New England.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not like Washington had a shot to win the game anyways, so who cares?
No.
Which, by the way, the Eagles' win has now solidified the fact that the Dallas Cowboys have been eliminated from the NFL playoffs.
Well, come on, let's be honest. Last week, after they lost, they had a 1% chance.
Well, now they have a 0% chance.
They had a 1% chance of making the playoffs. They had to win out and the Eagles to lose out for them to make the playoffs.
Well,
Yeah.
that's now over and done with.
And real quick, to tie in with the Cowboys, Jerry Jones earlier today said that he thinks that this team, he has a great team on his hands and their defense is great. What the fuck are you smoking, sir? Like, your defense is great at being complete ass. I mean,
their defense allows the most points per game in the entire NFL.
What, 8 times they allowed 30 points this year or more? That's a great defense. Great defense, my blind ass. You deserve this.
Steven can play better defense.
You deserve. That's probably true.
Yeah.
You deserve to be sitting home for and now going on 31 years of the last time the Cowboys have been to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl.
And the only team in the NFC that has never reached a conference championship game in the 2000s era.
The Cowboys.
Exactly.
Moving on.
Let's talk about a team that made the playoffs, and let's talk about.
Oh, Ezra, I know you're in high spirits following that game Saturday night. Ezra, the floor is yours, brother.
I've been on an emotional high since DJ Moore caught that pass from Caleb Williams. I mean, give credit where it's due to Green Bay. They played one hell of a game. They came in there, they torched us on a few plays. Jordan Love got hurt. He got hurt in that game, and I wish Jordan Love, the best, and hopefully he recovers quickly from that concussion. That sucks. Malik Willis, I give him credit too. He stepped in big time, and he came in there, and he took over that offense like he's been playing with them for years. And bravo to him for really stepping up, even with the shoulder injury that he suffered on a sack by Montez Sweat. He still went in there and tried his best. The turning point for me was the onside kick. 1 in 12, 8% chance this whole season that somebody got the onside kick. And who did it? Josh Blackwell. Romeo Doubs had it in the bottom of his hand. It slipped out, and as soon as it did, Blackwell pounced on it, and that turned the game around. And then, of course, to tie the game, it wasn't DJ Moore. It wasn't, one of the other wideouts. It wasn't Kyle Monangai or DeAndre Swift. It was an undrafted free agent in Jade Walker, who was at the corner of the end zone waiting for that bad boy. And
what a pass. What a pass.
Shocked the world on that. And then the poise of Caleb Williams, the poise of that defense, that offensive line. And then as soon as that ball left Caleb's hand in overtime, he put his hands in that muff that he has in his front to keep his hands warm because he knew. He knew that ball was going to DJ, and he knew DJ was going to catch that sumbitch. And he did. And the emotional high, I was screaming, I was yelling, I was throwing my fist in the air. It was one of the best moments I had to not only win the game, but also finally vex the Packers after 17 years of torture, after 17 years of Aaron Rodgers saying, "Oh, we own you." No, Green Bay doesn't own a damn thing. We own their ass. And as DJ Moore said in an interview, at the end of the day, F the Packers. And by the way, the people who said, "Oh, I should be sending a thank you card to Aaron Rodgers for the Steelers beating the Lions," which we're going to talk about later, all y'all could go fuck yourself. Because I'm not sending no thank you card to him. He can go jump into an industrial shredder. But
you talk about one of the
Pittsburgh
greatest
Steelers,
games.
Pittsburgh Steelers, thank you. Aaron Rodgers, go stick your head in a tank of piranhas.
This was one of the greatest games played this year. I mean, this was an old school backyard brawl, kind of old school defensive kind of game for 3.5 quarters. Points were hard to come by. And the one area that Green Bay struggled in this game was the red zone. All they had were field goals.
0 for 5.
0 for 5. 0 for 5. All they had were field goals. They had the one big touchdown, but not in the red zone. And the fact that Chicago was so poised to get back in this game, they did not quit. They did not surrender. They busted their asses to have a shot in this game. And for Green Bay, it was 2014 NFC Championship game all over again. But this time, a reliable hands player fumbled the ball. This isn't Brandon Bostic fumbling the ball when Jordy Nelson was right in front of him to catch that onside kick attempt from Seattle. 11 years later, there's a reliable receiver that's known for catching, balls, from Rodgers and now obviously from Love and Willis, fumbled the ball. He didn't get a good grip on it. The ball popped up in the air. And once that happened, Chicago went for it because they knew if we get on this ball, we're gonna have a shot to tie this game. And you could just feel the momentum go right into Chicago's hands. I mean, and not only what was also great, Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. Hell of a call by both guys. They let the fans' emotions and crowd reactions tell the story. They didn't overstep on the moments during this big part of the game. I mean, the crowd was delirious, and rightly so. To exercise the demons, to conquer the demons of Green Bay 12 years ago, I think to this literal week of the season in 2013, Green Bay walked off on a Rodgers touchdown pass to Randall Cobb to give Green Bay the division title in 2013 against Chicago at Soldier Field. 12 years later, those demons have been conquered. And now Chicago controls their destiny. A game and a half up on Green Bay. But more importantly, Chicago is in the playoffs for the first time since 2018. And congratulations to 2020, yeah. But from a contending standpoint, 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the best that Chicago has looked in over 7 years from a competitive standpoint, and they're going to get better and better and better. And they are one of the most opportunistic teams in the league, still leading the league by a country mile in the turnover leaders category. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable poise, and to stay the course. Don't give up. play all 60 minutes, and look what happened. Green Bay fumbled the ball in overtime, and Chicago capitalized. Caleb Williams with eyes, cold-blooded, ice water in his veins, just poised to want that victory for Chicago. And to be coming from Southern California and playing in these elements, man, he's gotten accustomed to it. He graduated with honors on Saturday night. And Ben Johnson, that speech after the game, incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good gets better and your better gets best. That is the mantra the Bears live by, and it's been working since we went 0-2.
Yep.
Now we are officially 11-2 in our last 13 games.
Incredible.
We are playoff bound, and now it's just a matter of when do we take the NFC North crown. And that could be coming real soon. We'll see what happens. And we're going to get into that when we get into the games for next week. But right now, we got to get. But, I mean.
You brought up the Pittsburgh-Detroit game.
Hold on, Joey. Do you have any thoughts on what we just talked about?
No. I mean, Steven pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. So, ain't really got nothing to say about that.
Yeah, what a great game. And yeah, I'm still riding that emotional high even today. And you know what? Today's a victory, as we call it, Victory Monday, and it's going to be that way. Now they got to prepare for a big matchup coming up, which we'll discuss when we do our pick predictions. But let's get into the next game, which is the Panthers squeaking out one against the Buccaneers, 23-20.
This topsy-turvy NFC.
Steven, I know you were hooting and hollering during that game, were you not?
No, I was not, but I had friends that were there, and they were so loud. I'm like, finally, this team gave you something to give a shit about. I mean, this team, for the first time in God knows how long, that stadium sounded like the old Panthers. Now, if your quarterback can be consistent, I still don't trust his ass in a big spot. You beat Tampa when Baker Mayfield had a couple of miscommunications in this game. But I promise you they're going to slip up again because that's what the Panthers do. They give their fans a lot of heart attacks and then some every single week. Just when you think you have a shot to go far, they reel you back in and you're like, why? Why do you do this to me? You got a good victory on Sunday. Do it again for a second time against your division. I'm impressed, but I'll believe the hype if you do it 2 times in a row and do it on the road this time. Because Tampa in this game had their chances to win, but they blew it. And Bryce Young made some great throws. Chuba Hubbard had some good runs in this game. It was a pretty solid game, by both teams.
Yeah.
But this division, it's like a coin flip. Take your pick. Oh, Carolina, you beat Tampa. Am I supposed to be impressed by that? The Buccaneers have lost 6 of 7 since their bye week. I still think Tampa has better weapons than Carolina. But let's see if they got the cojones to get it going, with these last couple of games. Carolina, you better enjoy it while you can. Because I think Tampa's coming for sweet revenge in Week 18. Because all Tampa's got to do, beat Miami.
Yep. And then Carolina's got to lose to Seattle.
Yep. And then the next game is actually a game that shouldn't be a close one, but it was. And that was the Bills barely beating the Browns 23-20.
Hey, all I got to say about that is after my opponent in fantasy had Kenneth Walker absolutely go off, I was literally almost begging for Josh Allen to completely bomb against this Cleveland Browns defense. And sure enough and behold, he did so.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds?
And then not only that, Browns suffered a major injury. Quinshaw Judkins, the running back for the Browns, unfortunately dislocated his ankle and fractured his fibula, and he is done for the year.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
but on a side note, Miles Garrett got half a sack, so that puts him at 22 sacks for the year. So he is
He's a-
literally just half a sack behind Michael Strahan.
Yep.
yep, he is.
James Cook had a great game as always. He's had a really
Yeah,
good
As
season.
always.
Oh yeah, man goes off. He's one of the best running. He's one of the best running backs / receivers in the game,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt. He's got speed behind him, got power behind him. He's really good. But
Oh,
Chargers,
but speaking of colossal failures, how about this next game that took place in Dallas Stadium or Texas Stadium?
yeah, that is Chargers beat the Cowboys 34-17. Little bit of an injury scare though for Justin Herbert though. It looked like he was probably going to go out. He had an injury to that same arm and hand with that broken hand that he already has. But he shook it off, came back a play or two later, and was able to make a big game out of it. And
A one-hand man in an ass-kicking contest, single-handedly picking apart this shitty so-called defense of a football team in the NFL. My God. I mean,
we could bitch about this defense all day. We know their struggles. We know how they are. And like I said, there's nobody to blame but Jerry Jones. But we could bitch on Jerry all day.
Yeah.
We don't have all day to do so. But look, Justin Herbert and them continue to move forward. They're 11-4 now. Obviously, we'll see how fate turns out for everybody. Obviously, AFC is still pretty wide open,
yep.
and we're gonna, and that's gonna be a lot of that's gonna be determined this coming week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested.
And tonight, as of this recording, 3 playoff spots could be clinched if
Yep.
the Niners beat the Colts.
And that could be a possibility depending on how well Old Man Rivers plays.
Because if the Niners win, the Bills get in, the Chargers get in, and Jacksonville gets in.
Yes, they do.
Hmm.
The Saints stomped the Jets 29-6. Not a shock, but whatever.
Not a shot.
Yep. And then what about this? Vikings squeaking by the Giants 16-13. Once again, JJ McCarthy is hurt.
Yep.
Possibly
No surprise there.
injured his hand during the game, and from the reaction when the doctor was looking at his hand, it could either be some sort of ligament or tendon damage or even possibly a broken hand. I don't know I think it might have been his non-throwing hand. I think that might be the one that's hurt.
But still, if that's the case, he's done.
Yeah, Max Brosmer came in, which obviously we know about his
struggle. Oh, you are fucked.
See, I love that. And then you had right here, the Titans beating the Chiefs 26-9.
And things go from bad to
the
worse.
Chiefs have just become a train wreck at this point.
Gardner Minshew out for the year now with a slight fracture in his fibula.
Yup.
He luckily avoided an ACL tear. But they signed a quarterback off the Bills practice squad. Buechele is his name, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Shane Buechele, who actually is a former Kansas City Chief.
Yep, played in the 2021 and 2022 seasons. He was on the roster. And then how about Joe Cool returning?
Woo!
Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty coming back, 45-21.
4 TDs
against the high school coach-led Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, and guess who had Joe Burrow on his fantasy squad? Yours truly.
Your fantasy league don't mean shit.
Hey, I'm 7.2 points away from making it to the championship. Come on, Jawan Jennings.
We'll find out tonight, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yeah. Falcons beat the Cardinals 26-19. Not even worth it. Jaguars beat the Broncos in Mile High.
Trevor Lawrence having a coming out party for the ages. My goodness.
Dude, the Jaguars have been shocking everybody. They have
6
been
of 7.
6 of the last 7 they've won, and they come in and beat the team that just clinched their or have clinched their playoff spot.
They
Insanity.
dominated.
And if the certain conditions, the Broncos could even be possibly out if certain conditions are met, which is
What's
insane.
also crazy, if the Chargers win out, they're the AFC West champions.
Yeah, and the Broncos could drop. The Broncos could actually drop in position by a large margin.
They could go as high as a 5 or as low as a 7,
Yep.
depending upon how things shape out. Like, that is insane.
The AFC is so wide open right now. It is ridiculous. But moving on here, man. And I'm gonna say Trevor Lawrence, man. The guy doesn't get a lot of credit for the work he's put in.
I still need to see a little bit more. Like, it was impressive, but it needs to be more consistent than that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's the inconsistencies that kill the Jags anytime they play against the high level.
Especially on the road.
Yeah, but in this game, especially in a place mile high where we know about the elevation,
Yeah.
this was a big win for them.
Very impressive.
Not easy at all to play in those conditions.
No.
Not at all.
And then you have the Steelers and the Lions. Steelers winning,
Jesus.
which secures playoff spots for the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears.
And to the Steelers, we both say, thank you.
Except Aaron Rodgers, fuck you!
This game was bonkers.
Yeah, and to the Detroit Lions, you might find yourself sitting on the couch come NFL playoff time this year.
What about that finish? Those 2 back-to-back offensive pass interference penalties, including the one at the end of the game that ended up costing them that touchdown.
Yeah.
Dude, they counted it as a touchdown, but it doesn't count in the grand scheme of it.
It happens.
I mean, that was a nutty finish. I'm sitting there looking away from the screen, not even wanting to watch it because I wanted the Bears to clinch that playoff spot. And when they finally said the game is over to see this win, I was finally like, hell yeah, Finally breathe a sigh of relief.
That game was crazy, and Pittsburgh was leading a lot during this game, going up by 12 a couple of times. Detroit gets back in the game, but just like with the Cowboys defense, the Lions defense this year has been a really bad defensive unit.
Well, also they've lost a lot of guys. Morant Branch.
Yeah.
They lost Kirby Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it lost a lot of. And then what doesn't help on the offensive side is the loss of Sam Laporta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a big loss for Detroit.
But those penalties for Detroit really hurt them in the grand scheme of things. I mean, those OPIs that were called on that last fourth quarter drive by Detroit, that was insane. I mean, 2 times the lead for Detroit doesn't count with those touchdowns because of OPIs. And the wording by Carl Schefters, I'll give him credit for trying to explain it, but the wording was really bad.
Really bad.
Because you said it was a touchdown. However, because the crowd was at this point cheering, thinking they won to win, because they were going to go up 30-29. Well, that didn't happen. So the wording was bad, but I got it once I listened to it a couple of times and listened to what what's his face, Gene Steratore talking about the rules, and he explained it. I'll give him that, but you have to really sit back and analyze it and go, really? Like, that is crazy. I mean, what a wacky finish to this game. And this right here solidified Week 16 as probably the most batshit crazy of a weekend of games in 1 week for the NFL season this year.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, and poor Detroit. I mean, you feel bad for them. I mean, They go from the NFC Championship game a couple years ago. They were the number one seed last year. And now, yet again, with a San Francisco victory, Detroit's out.
Yep.
Yep. Let's move on to the Texans beating the Raiders 23-21.
Houston's, they say, oh, their defense is fantastic. Not this week they were, because you had to sweat that game out against Geno Smith and company.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
Genty had a hell of a game for Vegas.
One of the best games of the season for Genty, yeah.
60-yard touchdown, 51-yard touchdown. I'm like, if you had him on your fantasy team, you were cooking last night.
Genty is a guy who I think if he was in the right system and in the right team, I think he could be one of the baddest running backs in the league. He's got speed, he's got agility, he's got power. The guy has everything that you need in a good running back. And to
I
me,
agree.
I feel like that the Raiders, while they were attempting something with this core group, obviously they've suffered too many injuries. Geno Smith or not? Yeah, am I right, Geno?
Yeah, Geno, especially with his interceptions that he's thrown this year.
Geno is not the answer to that team as a quarterback. He needs to go.
And oh, real quick with that game too, I will defend Geno with this situation. Go for it. You're 2-13. Pete Carroll, what the hell are you doing? It's not like your team's making it to the playoffs. If you win, you're out. You were long gone. Go for it. Might as well.
You're 2-13.
Go for it. Geno Smith was pissed off at his coach. I don't blame him.
I'd be pissed off at Geno Smith. I'd be pissed off at Pete Carroll.
Yep.
And then we got that Sunday night football game between the Raiders or the Ravens and the Patriots.
And yet again,
that was a close game.
Yes, it was. And poor Lamar Jackson, another bad injury. What we talked about at the top of the hour with the back injury that he suffered in this game. And the Ravens, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. My biggest criticism with the Ravens, and they ended up losing this game, on those last two drives for Baltimore, no Derrick Henry. Why? He was averaging 7 yards a pop. Give him the ball. Because when Lamar Jackson went out with the back injury, you had Tyler Huntley in there as your quarterback. Quit relying on throwing the ball, because Zay Flowers has been known to fumble the ball, and he did it again. But Derrick Henry had a couple of touchdowns in this game. Yeah, I know he fumbled in the first quarter or first half. I get that. But Derrick Henry doesn't fumble that much. Give him the rock. Do not understand the coaching decisions down the stretch for that game. And Drake May. Man, that kid is poised. That kid is calm, cool, collected. What a drive to win the game.
Yes, sir. What's up?
And I know, Joey, you know Drake May because he played against our Richmond Raiders. He played in Carolina. Just from your vantage point, we knew that this kid was going to be a star in the making. And he has adapted to the NFL setting real quick.
I don't even remember the days when Drake May played against us. My gosh, I do not remember those days. But since you brought it up, that is a great point. I mean, I knew that watching him from his days at Carolina, at least, that he was gonna be a absolute NFL star at some point. But who would have thought that we would see that in his second year in the league? I mean, look at this guy. I mean, he's pretty much transformed New England from the post Tom Brady days into the now Drake May era.
And now he's the guy. He clearly is
the guy. And now he's the guy.
I mean,
and not to mention, Mike Vrabel is doing a hell of a job as a head coach in New England.
Yep.
Hell of a job.
And to be down 11 points at one point, 24-13, to come back from double digits, get your team in the end zone as quick as he did with that big bomb to Williams for the touchdown to get him back in the game and the 2-point conversion, and then come back with the ball and win the game again on the go-ahead drive. Ice water in his veins, cold-blooded assassin, young man, doing its thing. What a victory. And the chance of MVP, deservingly so.
Yeah.
Yeah, deservingly so. I mean, hey, that Lamar Jackson had to leave in the first half due to that back injury. Hopefully, he won't miss too much time.
Well, I have an update on that. Right now, they're just saying it's just a bad back contusion. So it's not as bad as a lot of people feared.
So
There,
hopefully, it's just like a day by day thing.
I think that's what it is. He's been getting treatment on it all day today. Been working on it, flexing out, trying to get everything all good. So hopefully we'll see. If not Lamar this week, we'll probably see him in week 18.
And if you're Baltimore, you're clinging. You're clinging.
Yeah, you're clinging to every last hope you got because it looks like Pittsburgh's going to run away with this AFC North title.
And no matter what, Tomlin's going to finish with a 19th consecutive year, non-losing seasons. Over 500. Again.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
Unreal.
All right, Joey. It's time to move on to the pick segment. And I believe you do have an update for us as of now, of course, with the Sunday night football or Monday night football game still pending.
Yeah, so regardless of how this game goes tonight, the standings are going to remain the same because we all picked the Niners to win.
Okay.
But let's see. Obviously I'm not going to give the number record right now, but I'm going by fewest amount of losses and holy cow, this is probably the very first time I have seen something like this. We have only one winner from this past week. And for the first time in my recent memory, Ezra Vickery, you stand alone at the top.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, literally the first time in my recent memory, you stand alone at the top this week.
Very nice.
Let's see. One, let's see. Me and Steven are tied for second with 5 losses. Hijacker is in fourth with 6 losses. And Kevin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is in last with 7 losses.
Okay.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you very much. All right. Let's keep rocking and rolling now. Hijacker did not send his scores. Obviously, I know he's busy with the election period and also the cigar lounge, so we'll just have to add his scores later on off program into the score sheet.
Yeah, and I unfortunately do not have Kevin's scores. I sent him a message earlier asking if he had them to go ahead and send them, but it looks like he hasn't had a chance to yet. So I'm sure we'll get his scores in soon. So
Yeah,
it's just gonna be the three of us tonight.
good. We should be able to roll through them pretty quick so we
We'll
can go ahead.
pencil these two in when the show is off of the air. And
Yeah,
they should be penciled in by the time this show premieres tomorrow at 7 Eastern. So we will be good to go with that.
yeah. And obviously we'll this will roll through pretty quick, and then we can get to the top 10 Christmas movies and specials that we want to get into before the end of the show. We got about less than 40 minutes left before Monday Night Raw starts.
And we're timing this perfectly too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely perfect.
So let's go ahead and roll and get started with the Thursday night matchup between the Cowboys and the Commanders.
First of 3 Christmas games.
Yep. You're right.
So yeah, as much as I freaking hate the Cowboys, I got to go with them this week because my Commanders just look like, you know what, this need to pack it up, get ready for next year. But give me the Cowboys to win this one. I'm gonna go 20-14.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cowboys as well. I mean, the Commanders just aren't that better of a team either, but they have a lot more issues than the Cowboys do. The Dallas has a better offense. Give me the Cowboys 27-14.
Similar score to Stevens. I'm gonna go 3 higher. 27-17 Cowboys.
Okay.
Okay.
Next game is the Lions and the
Ooh.
Vikings.
And I'm saying Detroit needs to win this game if they want to stay alive in the playoff picture.
And fun fact, during I believe it is halftime or before the game, on the analysts on Netflix, one of the analysts will be, well, let's just say that he is a revolutionary, a visionary. He is Seth
Hey.
freaking Rollins.
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
Speaking
Yeah,
of Seth Rollins, really cool that he was at the Bears game.
getting the Bears hyped up before the start of kickoff. Man, the man from Davenport, Iowa, always supporting Chi-Town, baby. But
But yeah, let me I'll go ahead and start with this one. Give me
yeah,
the Lions to win this one because Minnesota also looks like an absolute train wreck right now. So give me Detroit to win this one. I'm gonna go Detroit 28 over the Vikings 17.
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions in this one. Obviously the status of JJ McCarthy is going to be in question. We don't know if he's going to play or not, or if Max Prosper is going to start. That's kind of a thing here. But
Well, I think I've actually already heard that Max Brosmer is going to be the starter for Minnesota.
I think the Lions are gonna handle this real easily. Give me them winning 30-13.
Yeah, give me
Let's
Detroit
see.
as well in this one. Give me Detroit 34 to 10.
Okay.
And the official Thursday night football spot goes to the Broncos and the Chiefs.
Everybody gave their
Give me
scores.
the Broncos. Give me the Broncos to absolutely annihilate this train wreck of a Kansas City Chiefs squad now. Give me the Broncos out freaking right. 35 to 14.
Everybody gave their scores right on Detroit.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, give me the Broncos to absolutely annihilate Kansas City. Give me the Broncos 40-6.
Oh, God.
Uh, give,
Wow.
give me the Broncos in this one, 31-10. And
All right. Now moving on to the first of our Saturday games.
yes, we do. We have two of them to look forward to, and the first one is the Texans taking on the Chargers.
Ooh,
In a
this is going to be a good
playoff
one.
rematch from last season, believe it or not.
Oh, and by the way, real quick, before I forget, the Cowboys, Commanders, and Lions, Vikings games will be on Netflix.
Yeah, the
Just to let,
Cowboys and Commanders at 1 with the Lions and Vikings kicking off at about 4:30 Eastern,
yep, and then
3:30 Central.
yep, and then about 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Central Time. That game will be on Amazon Prime Video.
At its usual time. Yep.
As usual time,
Yep.
yes. Um, that's a tough one. I
Ooh.
think give me the Chargers in this one. I think they've been on a hot streak lately. Even with Herbert with that broken hand, he's proven it. Broken hand, no problem. He's making big yardage plays, getting to his receivers. But it's going to be a close one. Give me this one. Give me this one. 26-23 Chargers.
Mm.
Just about the same score as you, Ezra, but I'm going to go overtime in this one. Give me
Ooh.
the Chargers on a game winning field goal, 24-21.
I like the concept of these scores because I got this game going into overtime as well. And just like with you guys, I'm going with the Chargers. I think the Texans, they're due for a loss. They've been on a hot streak. I think that winning streak's going to be broken by the Chargers. Give me the Chargers in overtime, 27-20.
Nice.
Okay.
Next one up is an interesting NFC matchup between the Packers and the Ravens.
Very
And by
interesting.
the way, this game will be on Peacock.
Okay.
You know, this game might be tough because of the whole Lamar Jackson injury situation.
But
We
also
don't know
too,
if he's going to be able to be well enough to play on
but uh,
Saturday against Packers.
but on the opposite side, the Packers don't know if Jordan Love is going to be healthy to play, and then not only that, their backup Malik Willis is also dealing with a shoulder injury, and we don't know how
That's
well he's going to
true.
be into this game as well.
So, you know what? I'm going to go with the Ravens in this one. because even if Lamar Jackson is going to be out this game, the Ravens, of course, still have Derrick Henry man in that backfield after that amazing performance he gave last night. So yeah, give me the Ravens to win this one. I think it's going to be close though. I'm going to go 20 actually no, 28-25.
Huh. Almost similar score. I don't feel good about it because of knowing what these two teams are going with it. So I don't feel good with either one of these picks, and who I pick to win this game because you don't know who's going to be playing quarterback with the Packers.
Yeah.
Um, I think that I don't feel great about it. Give me Green Bay. I don't feel good about it because of the quarterback
Ooh.
situation. Give me Green Bay to squeak it out 28-24.
Always and
Wow.
forever. Fuck the Packers. Give me the Ravens 27-24. But in all seriously, though, Green Bay is down, almost down two quarterbacks and their tight end. Two tight ends now. With Tucker Kraft being out earlier this season and now Fitzpatrick out with a torn Achilles.
Oh
So
dang.
so now they're down to one healthy tight end. And here's the thing. This is the fact I told Steven before you walked in, Joey. If Malik Willis and Jordan Love can't go, they don't have a third string quarterback. Their third
Ooh,
stringer,
they better
their,
be making a call to some
well,
NFL teams practice squads.
they're technically their third stringer is running back Josh Jacobs.
Eli,
Whoa.
Because
you heard
apparently
what
he
I
played quarterback in high school and college.
said now.
You know what? I'm going to change my pick to Baltimore, just now that I think about it, and really think about it, because I just, again, with these quarterback situations, at least with the Ravens, they have a quarterback. They have a quarterback on their roster, but I'm still keeping that same score, Baltimore 28-24.
And Ty Huntley is proven. I mean, he did beat the Bears with a
Yeah,
healthy.
that's true.
That is
Yeah, he's
true.
one of the few. I mean, he's one of the few quarterbacks to beat the Bears this season.
Yep.
So I give him credit on that front. And like I said, if it comes down to it, and they don't have nobody else, and he can't get anybody, Josh Jacobs is going to have to leave the running back position and step up as quarterback again.
Yep.
So
Yep.
interesting on that. Next,
Moving on to our Sunday games now.
yes, Seahawks and the Panthers.
Yeah, thank you for
I'm going to go with Seattle on this one. I think that they are going to dominate Carolina and pull out a victory. Give me Seattle 31-20.
Give me Seattle in this one. Give me Seattle in this one, 28-23.
Let's see. Y'all both said Seattle.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. You know what? I don't feel good about it, or actually, you know what? I do feel good about it. Give me Seattle to win this one. I know Carolina is riding some sort of streak right now, seeing as how they're on top of the NFC South by one game, but Seattle's no pushover. And Seattle knows how to get the job done whenever it's against them. So give me the Seahawks to win this one. I'm going to go Seahawks 23-10.
Okay.
Okay. We got America's game of the week, the Cardinals and the Bengals.
Actually, no. I would have picked a far worse game than that.
Yeah, but I just wanted to get it in system here.
Give me Cincinnati to beat the Cardinals. Give me Cincy 35-17.
Give me Cincinnati almost the same score since I'm starting Joe Burrow next week, and since I'm more likely going to make the championship. Give me another 300 passing yards and another 4 touchdowns from Joe Burrow. Give me the Bengals 38-14.
34-10.
Okay.
Bengals. All right, next up is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Give me the Steelers. As much as I don't like Aaron Rodgers, give me the Steelers in this one. Uh, I don't think it's gonna be a big blowout because I think the Browns have really. I mean, if they could step up against the Bills like they did, if they had just the right amount of talent, they could possibly make some noise. But 3-12 team up against a surging 9-6. Give me the Steelers in this one. 27-17.
I'm going to go 3 points higher. Pittsburgh 27-20.
Okay.
You know, one thing that makes this pick segment so exciting is the fact that you never know what you're gonna get. And in this case, since
Uh-oh.
this is a conference game and they're on the road, I'm picking the Browns.
Wow.
I feel like the Browns are gonna stifle Aaron Rodgers a little bit and throw him a little bit off his game.
And I think
Okay.
So
Miles Garrett breaks the sack record against Aaron Rodgers.
Mm.
so I am
That'd be
actually gonna
awesome.
go with the Browns in this one.
I was going to shower.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns in this one. I'm gonna go with a score of 23-16.
Okay.
I could see
Oh.
that.
Yep. All right. Next one is the Jags and the Colts.
Now this one could be a little bit exciting, but give me the Jaguars to win this one. I've pretty much given up faith on the Colts now that they've gotten so many injuries this season, and since they have a
Yeah.
grandpa at starting quarterback right now.
Old Man Rivers.
But give me the Jaguars to win this one. I'm gonna go 30-17 Jags.
Almost similar score. Give me Jacksonville 34-17.
Give me Jacksonville in this one 24 to 10.
Okay.
All right. Next one up is the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Miami Dolphins. You know what? Give me the Bucks. I'm taking the Bucks in this one. I don't trust the Dolphins worth a damn. So give me the Bucks in this one. I think it's gonna be a close matchup. Give me this one. I'm gonna go 23-21.
Give me the
Give me the
Bucks.
Bucks.
Go ahead.
Give me the Bucks 30-20.
Yeah, give me the Bucks in this one. 31-20. 24.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up, Patriots and the Jets.
Bill Belichick might be gone. Tom Brady might be gone from New England. But the
But this is
tradition
now the
still
Drake May and Mike Vrabel era.
but the tradition still continues. Patriots own Jets. Give me the Patriots to crush their enemies beneath them, to crush the Jets. 34-3.
Similar score, Steven. 37-7.
Give me the Patriots over the Jets. 31-2 C to the row.
Oh, a shutout, huh?
31-zip.
Man, if only his Atlanta Braves could hit that well. Oh,
But now,
Passive
ladies and
aggressive.
gentlemen, the true America's Game of the Week. The Saints and the Titans.
oh
Can
yeah,
we-
that's a see, here's the problem. I wish World's End started at like 12 o'clock so I could avoid this game and go to the pay-per-view. But it doesn't start until 6, so I won't be leaving until 4, so I have to.
I mean, you're gonna be getting out at midnight, so who fucking cares?
Yeah, pretty much finally when the traffic clears.
Anyways, but can we please not remember this game, please? This
You know,
please.
just give me the Saints in this one. Give me the Saints in this one, 29-12.
Wow.
God,
Okay.
check out that score.
Wow.
I don't usually do wacky scores, but I'll do it for this one. Next one, I'll probably do something stupid too. Watch.
You know what? Give me the Saint. Give me the Saints in a very odd game. Give me the Saints to squeak out another victory. 20-19.
Oh,
That actually ain't bad. I like
yeah,
that.
that actually ain't bad. But check this score out, ladies and gents. Ha! Sometimes I'm not good going with one. Sometimes you got to go with two. Give me a second consecutive shutout, 25-0.
What?
This one you don't even. This next one you don't even care who wins. It's the Giants and the Raiders.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
shoot.
Super tank ball, baby.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Just fuck it. You know what? Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants in this one, 10-6.
Wow.
All right, you know what? I'm going with the home team. Give me the Raiders to win this one. Give me the Raiders to win this one, 14-12.
I'm going with the Raiders as well because the Giants are just as ass as they are. So
Yeah, you know what?
you got two ass cheeks going against each other.
They both don't mean shit.
Give me the Raiders in this one, 17-13.
Yeah, what the fuck am I thinking? Change the score. Raiders fucking 10-6. Yeah, fuck the Giants.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I'm being serious about this one. The true NFL game of the week.
Eagle.
Eagles, Bills, in Buffalo.
Holy crap-a-moly. Wow.
What made isn't that the final game at Highmark Stadium?
I believe it is, yeah, because I believe the Bills are on the road week 18.
Yeah. So this is the final game at the current Highmark Stadium.
So
Mm.
in that case, give me the Bills because the Eagles pretty much have nothing else to play for because they're the only team in the NFC East going to the playoffs this year. They've already clinched the division. So the Eagles don't really have anything else to play for right now. So give me the Bills to win this one. I'm gonna go with the Bills to send their fans home happy for the last time in Highmark. 27-20.
34-31 Bills.
20, excuse me, 31-27 Buffalo.
And then this one.
Oh boy.
Oh
Sunday
Sunday
boy.
night
night
football.
football. Oh boy.
Chicago Bears, San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go.
The Bears beat the 49ers. They will clinch the NFC North. That is my rule.
I'm gonna go ahead and go first with this one. And I gotta say, Ezra, it has been a pleasure seeing the Bears play as good as they have been this year. But I'm sorry, I gotta go with the Niners since they're in the Bay Area. Give me the 49ers to win this one. Get this in overtime. 33-30.
You know I'm gonna
Man.
you know I'm gonna go Chicago. Come on. You know I can't vote against my team. It's gonna be a close matchup. And I mean seriously close. 27-26. Game-winning field goal
Holy
from
shit.
Cairo
Look at that score.
Santos.
Wow.
Okay.
Game-winning field goal from Cairo Santos.
If this would have been at home, I probably would have picked Chicago, but since it is on the road, I'm going with San Francisco. Give me the Niners, just like Joey said, in overtime on a game-winning field goal. Give me the Niners to pull it out 30-27.
Is it too late for you guys to take Jake Moody back?
I think it is. Now, what is
I believe it is.
interesting, real quick, Caleb Williams returning back to his old stomping grounds of California.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it is.
true. That's
So
true.
we shall see what happens. I mean, hey, Chicago, no matter what, controls their destiny.
And they're already playoff bound as it is. So, I mean, we already got a spot.
Yeah.
It's a matter of can we clinch the NFC North with a victory over the Niners?
We shall see.
Yep. And then finally, Monday Night Football between the Rams and the Falcons.
And if I'm not
Give me
mistaken,
the Rams to completely blast these Falcons on Monday Night Football. Give me the Rams 28-10.
you know the Rams are pissed off that they lost that wacky game against Seattle. They're going to crush Atlanta, in my opinion. Give me the Rams to rebound and beat Atlanta just not even close. Give me the Rams 34-14. And if I'm not mistaken, fellas, isn't this Thursday the last group of games for Thursday night?
You would be correct, sir.
Yep. And then for
You would
me,
be correct with that statement.
there's gonna be more dead. There's gonna be more dead birds falling than when they hit the side of USA Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, on those windows.
Eesh.
Give me the Rams in this one, 35-10.
Okay.
All right. Well, that'll do it for week 17 up to this point.
Yep.
And we will include Kevin and Hijacker scores in post production.
Yep, exactly. All right, guys. It's time to wrap up the show with one final thing. The holiday season is upon us. Christmas is in 3 days from the time of this recording. And we all have our favorite Christmas movies. We all have our favorite Christmas specials that we've seen over the years. Whether it's stuff your parents grew up with that they passed on to you, whether it's stuff that you grew up watching as a kid that came up during your time. But it's of course, it makes you happy, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel like the holiday season is here and it's ready to go. You know what? We decided to do a top 10 list for each of us. And we decided to do the top 10 Christmas movies and specials. And Joey, I want you to go ahead and kick us off for your list.
All right. Well, again, if there's something I love more than game shows and football games or sports games throughout the year, it's Christmas movies and specials.
You get back on early enough on our pre-shows, we're going to be talking game shows.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching Christmas movies and specials. And what can I say? There's a lot to choose from. I mean, we did agree on the top 5 at first, but then I was like, you know what? There's so many good ones out there. Let's make it a top 10.
Exactly.
So, with that being said, my number 10 is going to be the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from Family Home Entertainment. That also has like Hermie and Yukon Cornelius in it.
Yeah, the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes,
Classic.
that is a
classic.
That is a great classic. I enjoy watching that a lot. And what can I say? It's a great little story put together.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, I'm gonna go with the battle, or I wouldn't say battle, but yeah, I guess you could call it a battle between Snowmeister and Heatmeister in The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Very good pick. Very good pick.
I gotta go with that one at number 9. Number 8, I'm gonna throw in my first Christmas movie in this one. Give me the one that started it all in the trilogy series, The Santa Claus, at number 8.
Yes.
Nice.
Very good pick.
Number 7, I'm gonna go A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Classic.
Yep, there you go.
Absolute classic right there. Number 6, I'm gonna I didn't care for it after the first 2 movies, but the first 2 movies were absolutely great. So give me number 6, Home Alone.
I kind of figured, yep.
And actually number 5, believe it or not, Home Alone 2.
Huh. Ironic, the sequel's higher than the first one.
Yeah, the sequel I believe the sequel to me is a little bit better than the first one. But number 4, now this is when it really gets a little tricky. But number 4, give me the Santa Claus 2. Let's see. And this is where it really, really, really gets tricky. But number 3. Oh shoot, I had it on the tip of my tongue. What was it?
What was it about? Do you remember?
Actually, you know what? Now when I remembered, since they technically had 2 specials, one of course more animated and the other kind of different, I guess you can say, as far as the graphics. Give me the 2 SpongeBob Christmas specials at number 3.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and number 2, I'm gonna finish off with 2 movies. Um, Obviously, you can't have a Christmas season without a personal favorite character, and that is, of course, Buddy the Elf. You gotta have Buddy the Elf in this list somewhere. So give me Elf at number 2. And then, despite everybody telling me that they don't really like this movie, as a true Christmas movie fan, I grew up watching this movie and reading the story and pretty much just living it out my entire life. So my number 1 Christmas movie slash special is none other than the Polar Express.
Wow.
I thought you were gonna say Die Hard.
I'm not. How long has I never seen Die Hard?
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, you people. Get the fuck over it.
I know it did. Yeah, for real, it is not a Christmas movie. So what if it has a Christmas tree and carols and whatever else is in it? It's not a Christmas movie. People, grow up.
All right, Steven, I'm going to let you have the honors of being last, so allow me to go through my list real
Go
quick.
ahead.
I have 2 honorable mentions because I couldn't. These 2 are very special to me. One
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I also had a couple honorable mentions myself.
okay, go ahead.
I actually have 3 honorable mentions. And they all have to deal with Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey's Christmas Carol,
Yep.
and then Mickey's Once and Twice Upon a Christmas.
There
Mm-hmm.
you go.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. For me, I have 2 honorable mentions. One is Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Haha. Nice.
One of the more recent specials. I love the original song by Elmo and Patsy. I love
Oh
this
yeah.
every year.
Yes.
By the way, check out Father Christmas by Chris Jericho and the Christmas Hells cover to King's Classic. You'll love it.
It's great.
Also too, Olive the Other Reindeer. It was a special that premiered on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon back in the 2000s, and it was an amazing little story, and I absolutely love it. Now on to my list. Number 10, Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Okay.
A lot of these are going to be the Rankin Bass Christmas specials from back in the 60s.
Yes, the Rankin Bass. Yes.
A lot of these my parents raised me up on, my late father, my mom, and a lot of these are near and dear to my heart. Number 9, another Rankin Bass special, Jack Frost.
Oh.
Story of Jack Frost falling in love with a human woman and getting a chance by Father Winter to become human forever. Number 8, A Flintstones Christmas Carol.
Nice.
Okay.
Number 7, the 2000 movie version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yes.
Oh man, I forgot to put the Grinch. And you know what? Scratch my number 3 that I had and put the animated movie The Grinch. The one from like 2018, I believe it was.
Yeah, with Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch, yeah.
Yes, that's my number 3. I totally forgot about that one.
But this one is the one live action starring Jim Carrey and a pretty reckless lead singer Taylor Momsen when she was just a little girl.
Yep.
Number
4 o'clock.
6,
While I'm in self-pity, 6:30, have dinner with myself. I can't keep canceling that.
7 o'clock restaurant myself loading. I'm booked. Unless I'm the loading tonight and I can stare at the ceiling and slip slowly into madness. But what would I wear? It's not a suit, it's a kilt. Sicko. This is more of a spring. Number
Oh my
six,
god. Classic.
number 6, The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus.
Hmm.
The story of how a mortal man named Claus would become immortal thanks to the work of the immortals who help give him the mantle of immortality to allow him to deliver presents to children for the rest of eternity. Very beautiful story. Number 5, Rudolph's Shiny New Year.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yes.
Oh, with Baby New Year.
Yeah, where Rudolph tries to bring the Baby New Year back in time before it lasts forever. Number
I
4.
forgot about that. Yes.
Number 4, the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 3, Year Without a Santa Claus.
All right, the Miser Brothers.
Yes, one of my favorites. Number 2, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the 1966 version with Boris Karloff narrating and being the Grinch.
Classic.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
And Thurl Ravenscroft singing the Grinch song.
Yep, you're a mean
Yes.
one, Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
And number 1 is a Chicago tradition. It is one that's played every year on Thanksgiving and on Christmas Eve from 1953. Hard Rock, Coco, and Joe. It is about story. It is a sing-along story, real quick, maybe 3.5 minutes, about 3 little elves named Hard Rock, Coco, and Joe who were taken by Santa and to become his helpers, and they help him on a ride on Christmas Eve to deliver presents, and they cause mischief by throwing snowballs at each other at different houses, and it's an amazing thing. It's only, like I said, 3.5 minutes long. It's a sing along type thing. It's like a song within a story, and it is one of the. It's a thing that my dad grew up with. He passed on to me. That I now watch almost 5 years later in tribute to him. So it's one of those ones that means the very most to me. So Hard Rock, Coco, and Joe at number 1.
Man, this was so tough because now you're bringing back memories of some of these things that I totally forgot. So I'm just going to make mine short and sweet. At number 10, I have Miracle on 34th Street, but
Oh, yes.
it's
Ooh,
the
yeah.
1994 version.
By the way, another honorable mention. One of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes. Let's see. Number 9, I'm going to go with the 2000 movie of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
There you go.
Hey.
Number 8, I'm going to go with the Dr. Seuss classic of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966. Number 7, I'm going to go with Polar Express.
There you go.
Okay.
Number
There you
6,
go.
I'm going to go with the Charlie Brown Christmas.
All right.
Very nice.
Number 5, the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Number 4, I'm going to go with Home Alone 2. Number 3, I'm going to go, and I'm surprised nobody had this, Christmas Vacation.
National Lampoon.
Yeah.
Ah.
But
Number
hey,
Yep.
Griswold, the shitter's full.
Number 2, I'm going to go with Home Alone. And number 1, and this is where it started for me, Tim Allen's A Santa Claus.
Nice.
Very, very,
Oh.
very, very awesome. list.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw in another honorable mention because I just have to think about this Christmas comedy. Speaking of Tim Allen, how about Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis in Christmas with the Cranks?
Yes, I forgot about that. Oh my God. Yes.
Yes, Christmas with the Cranks.
I mean, we could.
Yes.
There's 4 Christmases. There's. I mean, I saw that one with a girl that I was trying to get with, which didn't work out so well, but that's all the story. But there's a lot of great specials out there. I mean, obviously, Flintstones have done Flintstone Christmas. I mean, Yogi Bear Christmas.
There's the Muppets Christmas. There's the Muppet Christmas special with Sesame Street, which was great. I mean,
there's a lot of great stuff out there, and I'm glad we got to do this list. This is a lot of fun. But we are approaching now 5 minutes to the start of Raw. We got to end.
Perfect timing.
We got to end the show now. So, Joey, final thoughts before we roll out of here.
Great job with you guys. I know this is a pre-recorded. The live version is going to be out tomorrow on YouTube. So if you don't have anything to do, check this out because you're probably going to get a good kick out of this, like everybody always does. But yeah, it was great being able to come on here with you guys tonight. Again, hopefully we will have Kevin's and Hijacker's scores in here before too long. And let me be the first here in this end greeting to wish you two and everybody else around the world that is going to be watching a very, very Merry Christmas. Enjoy this time with friends, family, whoever you're going to spend it with. Enjoy it. It is always the most wonderful time of the year. Gifts will be shared, memories will be made, food will be eaten, and just an all around great time in general. So again, Merry Christmas to everyone who's going to be watching, and we will see you guys next week.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Here's the problem. I don't think I'll be getting too many presents from Santa this year because I asked him to get me tickets for AC/DC, and he kind of looked at me like it was crazy. So I hit him in the head with a bundle of light tubes.
Hey, at least you're gonna have the Christmas buffet coming at you.
Oh, I know, fat man going fat man. Steven, you know.
Oh man. Well, what a great show with you guys. Again, everybody that watches this, thank you very much for watching throughout the entire year. We got one more show left next year, next Tuesday at our normal scheduled live time. Everybody out there, have a wonderful and safe Merry Christmas with your family and your friends this Thursday. Enjoy the food, enjoy each other's times, make some great memories, enjoy the holiday season. It's hard to believe that Christmas is here. Oh my goodness, what a great year it's been.
Tell me about it.
Oh my goodness. I mean, when you're a kid, you just think it's just going to go, slow. But when you get an adult, it just comes quick. Everybody, again, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Happy New Year. Cannot wait for this weekend in the NFL. Cannot wait for all of the action happening this weekend, with the sports going on. And as have a great time this Saturday at AEW World's End in Chicago. The final AEW pay-per-view for 2025 for AEW. Everybody out there, again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and tonight, I'm getting a cat skin! And with that being said, Ezra, wrap this up, my friend.
Very nice, sir. Thank you guys for joining us as always. We appreciate your support. We love you guys. To my Too Sweet Cosplay family, to the Our Nation Sports Show family, to the Nation's Quarter family, and to all my friends and family far and wide. Guys, Merry Christmas. We hope you all enjoy your stuff. I've got football, I've got family, friends, AEW World's End this weekend. It's going to be a fun time, and we hope all y'all are able to do the same, be able to have some fun and make some good memories with the people you love and care about the most. So, with that being said, we're going to say goodnight. So for Kevin Rory, for Hijacker Mike, Joey Thornton, Steven Wyand, everybody in the Sports Show Nation, I am Ezra Vickery, and we will see you right here next week for another great edition of Our Nation Sports Show. You have a great time, everybody. We will see you next time. Peace out, love, and all that good shit. And we will see you all next Tuesday, same time, same YouTube channel. Peace out. Have a great night. Merry Christmas.
Turn me up. Turn me up. Turn me up. Turn me up.
Thanks for watching this week's feature presentation of our Nation Sports Show.